Hey, what's up, Bob Mortgage Nation? This is the 4th episode of the Ask Bob Mortgage Show. You have questions, I have answers. Great question.
What I want to be able to do is give you world life experiences that I've been going through.
So what do we talk about on this show? Well, it's a great place for you guys to ask questions and have me answer them. So what I ask you to do is go to Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, Twitter, ask your question, and then use the hashtag AskBobMortgage. And then every week, I'll pick some questions and I'll answer them on the show. So the 4th episode, Deborah, what do we got? Do we have any questions?
You have questions.
All right. So what questions do we have going on right now?
The first question comes from Tennille, and it's the email using a video asking her question.
Okay.
You're going to love the video.
I'm going to like it?
Oh, you're going to love it.
All right. Well, let's take a look and see what that is.
Hi, Bob Mortgage. My question for you is, my husband and I are starting to look for our first house. My question is to you, what application would you advise I use to look for? I'm using Zillow now, but lots of the times I'll call my realtor and pricing information is incorrect. So do you have a better app that I can use to search for a home?
Wow. I mean, I don't know. I mean, that was, Tennille, you got our attention. I'm assuming that's why we picked that video this time, because that's a creative way to get noticed and have me answer your question on the Ask Bob Mortgage Show. But it was a great question, okay? So, yeah, like with these public websites, all right? So like Zillow, Trulia, realtor.com, guys, these are public websites, and they're not going to have the most accurate data. Okay, I think National Association of Realtors put out a stat that says about, 47% of them are only going to have correct sales prices, and there's only going to be about 60% of them are going to be the actual number of listings out there. And a lot of it's because agents don't choose to put these homes on these public sites. So what you don't know is sometimes, when an agent goes in, their client could say, look, we don't want you to put them in to the public sites. We just only wanted to get them into the multiple listing services, so MLS data. And so they have a box to check, MLS and public or just MLS. And so a lot of agents will not put them into those public sites. The other reason why is that maybe the consumer's asking them to, their client, but it's also because, look, Zillow, Trulia, realtor.com, they spend hundreds of millions of dollars to acquire your information and then turn around and resell it to people. Okay? They sell your data. And so what happens is when an agent puts that listing into MLS and then says, yes, go to public, they're taking that information now and selling it. When somebody goes in and says, oh, I like that house, they'll actually, let's say Zillow will sell it to 7 different agents and 4 different lenders, and that's why consumers get all these phone calls, right, from all these random agents and lenders, because they're selling it, and people like myself, let's say, buy it, and then we're like pounding them, calling them 10, 12, 14 times, right, to see if we can help them with a loan, and then you multiply that times 4 and then times 7 agents, and it just gets crazy. So agents don't do that. They don't want their listing to be subject to that type of sell. So, a lot of times that's what's happening, and it does. It frustrated me and it frustrated a lot of my clients. So I was on basically a mission to find a better way for clients to search for homes. And Brandon, if you would put out the link, since Tennille, right? Since Tennille asked the question, put out the link in the description to it's HBM2. It's a way for clients to search for a home. Okay, just like a realtor does, they have 100% access to MLS data. This isn't an option to where they can unselect, like it's MLS data, so it's not like an option like a Zillow or a Truly or a realtor.com, these public sites. They have 100% access to MLS data, and it's a personal, private, password protected mobile app that the client will get to log into, and they don't sell the data, right? So it was kind of like my mission to find that way for people to have that access, to shop like a realtor would on MLS, but not to have their data sold. So great creative way to answer or ask the question, Tennille. I really appreciate that. Hopefully that's your answer. Please click on that description. That'll be underneath that video. So hopefully that got the question answered. All right. So what else? Any other options?
Yes, we have another question from Nikki on Facebook. Asks, "Hi Bob, there are so many mortgage company options for you to work for. Why did you choose Wallick and Volk?"
Thanks, Nikki. I appreciate the question. Nikki and I go way back, so I can look at that and say, "Hey, Nikki, thanks." She teed it up really nicely for me. No, I'll tell you, there are a lot of mortgage companies that I could have chosen to partner with and build my business on, and I'll tell you that. It depends on how you're asking it from a industry person's perspective or a consumer's perspective, and I'll try to kind of answer it both ways. As a consumer, they give me everything I need to deliver an exceptional experience to a client. Everything that I need, the systems, the platform, the technology, the people. And I think that's the big difference is they allow me to employ and bring on people like you that care so much about the experience that client's going to have, that we always win. But then they also do that at the corporate level. They bring people on board that at the end of the day, they know that our clients can choose anyone to go do their loan with, but they've chosen us, and they have to match the work ethic that we put into client experience, and they do it every single time. They never let us down. Everybody at corporate is just, they're just in sync with our mindset. Now, if I'm looking at it from an industry perspective, like if I'm an originator out there or somebody looking to find a company that to come on board with, again, it starts with mindset. It starts with how they see us as their client as well here in the field. They're not this big bank lender that goes out and pushes all this marketing out there to try to drive customers, right, to a website to fill out information. They look to us to do it. I mean, we're big enough to be one of the top 100 mortgage lenders in the nation, but we're boutique enough to where everybody knows each other's first name. And I think that is powerful. It's powerful as somebody that's sitting in this role that's responsible for bringing in business to have everybody at the company know who we are and know what our mission and our goals are, and to come alongside and support us every single day to accomplish what we want to accomplish, which is helping everybody realize the dream of homeownership. And it is. We're, Wallick Volk's the oldest privately held mortgage banker, been in business since 1932, has thrived in every economic condition since 1932. So, it's just a great company. My biggest compliment, if I were to build a company, a mortgage company, again, I've built several of them. I'd build this one exactly the way it is. They've done a phenomenal job. So, Nikki, thanks for the question. Hopefully that's just my honest answer, man. It's about as honest as I can be. There's so much more I could say, but it just, bottom line, I'd build it exactly the same way it is. It's just an amazing organization. All right, what else? You got another one?
Our last question, you being dressed the way that you're dressed today.
Yeah. I don't know where this is going.
So Texas Land Title Girl on Instagram asks, where do you shop?
Texas Land Title Girl, huh? Where do I shop? Well, Brandon, this is going to require you to put out a couple of other links as well because
You don't dress yourself?
no, well, I do, but I have people that help put this style together, right? I mean, it is. It's about, this is a little bit of my personality, right? I'm not a stuffy mortgage banker, stuffy banker that wants to be in a, suit and tie and all that kind of stuff. And, my style has really evolved. I'm sure you're not showing any of my bottom half here, Brandon, but a lot of times I'm just in tennis shoes, no socks, I'm even in nice trousers. But there's a girl that helps me, Rachel at Trunk Club, and she's been phenomenal with putting together just everything. I mean, heck, I think everything I'm wearing today came from stuff that she's orchestrated and put together for me. She does guys and she does girls attire, and I tell you, if you're looking to have a little custom flair, custom style, do things that are important to you on the inside, baseballs, whatever it is, she's the one that's going to hook you up for that. And another place, if I'm really kind of going dressing down a little bit, t-shirts, stuff like that, is a place called Aviator Nation. They have some really cool styles with hoodies and t-shirts and things like that. That's where I pick up that style from. But yeah, so what was that? Texas Land and Title Girl. I appreciate that. I do try hard. Now my wife will tell you that it's all. I mean, this is really important to me. Style. It kind of speaks to my personality. But yeah, so there's that answer. All right, what else we got? Anything else?
That is all the questions for today.
Okay, so that's all the questions. So we're going to go to question of the day, and that's going to play off of what Nikki asked me regarding, why I chose Wallick and Volk. I want to know what's important to you guys when choosing a company that you want to be part of. I think the biggest thing with a lot of that is none of us ever want to feel like we have a job. We want a career. We want to really enjoy what we do every single day. And I'd love to know, not just in mortgage, real estate. We got a lot of followers out there that are in different industries. What question or what answers could you give me to that question? What's important to you when choosing a company to go to work for, to partner with? All right. Appreciate everything, guys. You guys have an awesome rest of your week. Just keep asking questions, and I'll keep answering them.